Welcome back friends, I am Rajdeep Acharya back again with another new lecture, and in this lecture I am going to talk about cell cycle, and this lecture is going to be very important. And before starting this topic I want to say subscribe this channel, like this lecture, and also share this lecture among your friends who are in need of this topic. So let's get started. So what is actually cell cycle? The definition of cell cycle is the division of chromosome and cytoplasm of a cell into two daughter cells is known as cell cycle, and it is actually the diagram of cell cycle. So these are the phase G1, S, G2 and also M, and G1 to G2 these phases are actually including in interphase, and M phase is actually including prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase, and G it is actually G0 phase. So now we have to know some important terms. So the important terms are karyokinesis. So what is actually karyokinesis? It is the division of chromosome of a cell into two groups, and cytokinesis it is the division of cytoplasm of a cell into two halves to produce two daughter cell. And now parental cell, those are the cell that undergoes cell division, and daughter cell, these are the cell derived from division of parental cell. So now we will talk about the cell cycle types. So basically according to Howard and Pelk in 1953, the cell cycle divided into interphase and mitosis. So basically G1 phase, S phase and G2 phase, these phases are included in interphase, whereas the prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase, these phases are actually included in mitosis. And now guys we will talk about the characteristic features of G1 phase. So the characteristic features of G1 phase are: the G1 phase is known as fast gap phase or fast growth phase. This phase involves transcription of three types of RNAs: rRNA, mRNA, tRNA. And rRNA synthesis is indicated by the appearance of nucleolus in the nucleus of interphase, and it involves synthesis of regulatory protein. And the fourth characteristic feature is it involves synthesis of enzyme like DNA polymerase. And fifth characteristic feature is it involves the synthesis of mitotic apparatus protein and tubulin. And also sixth characteristic features is during G1 phase chromatin is fully extended, terminally differentiated somatic cells that no longer divide are arrested usually in G1 stage. So basically terminally differentiated somatic cells that no longer divide are arrested usually in the G1 stage. Such type of G1 stage is known as G0 stage. And now guys we will talk about S phase of interphase. So basically this phase is known as synthetic phase, and replication of DNA occurs in this phase. Synthesis of histone protein also occurs in this synthetic phase, and also histone proteins are required in massive amount immediately at the beginning of the S period of DNA synthesis to provide the new DNA with nucleosomes. At the end of S phase, each chromosome has two DNA molecules and a duplicated set of genes. And the sixth characteristic features of synthetic phase is this phase occupies roughly 35 to 45% of cell cycle. And now guys the G2 phase of interphase. So this is known as the second gap phase or second growth phase. During this phase synthesis of RNA and protein continuous which is required for the cell growth. So basically it is the second growth phase. It may occupy 10 to 20% times of cell cycle. As the G2 phase draws to close, the cell enters the M phase. So basically now we will talk about the mitosis. So basically mitosis is actually the another part of cell cycle. It is actually the another part of cell cycle apart from the interphase. So basically the mitosis occurs in the somatic cell and it is meant for multiplication of cell number during embryogenesis and blastogenesis of plant and animal cell. It is a short period of chromosome condensation, segregation, and cytoplasmic division. Mitosis is important for replacement of cell lost to natural friction, wear and tear, for wound healing. Mitosis includes prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. So in the next lecture we will talk in the deep. So in the next lecture we will talk about the prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Okay guys, so I hope this lecture is very helpful for all of you guys. Thank you so much for watching this lecture till the end, and this lecture is very important for CSIR NET Life Science and also for BSc and MSc degree courses. Like this lecture, subscribe this channel, and also share this lecture among your friends who are in need of this topic and support us. Thank you so much guys. Thank you.